Hello YouTube and welcome to the Indie Evolution channel. My name is InGamer and today I'm going to be bringing you episode 12 of our Dead State Let's Play. Had a little confusion between episodes 9, 10, 11 and, well, the point where we are now, episode 12. So just so you guys can get a quick recap, we were able to complete the fence from day 1. Day 2 we went to the bison fast food area. We were able to loot it. There wasn't really a lot of food there. Wasn't really a lot of the kind of supplies we'd expect. We moved from that area to the old church, where we got into some combat. Unfortunately, we made a little too much noise and had zombies coming in through the back door. Almost got ourselves surrounded and went to that big game over screen in the sky, but we managed to pull through it. And we went back to our shelter here. From the shelter, we went back, ended that day, went to sleep. And in the morning for day 3, which is where we are right now, about halfway through the 7-day demo, we received a mission from Davis, and he is one of the survivors. He's the gentleman in the wheelchair. That we were low on medical supplies, and he gave us the location of the Brady Pharmacy, which is where we are currently located. This actually comes at a fortuitous time for us, because if you notice through the last few Let's Plays, I've been talking about our limited medical supplies. So hopefully we'll be able to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. We do have a survivor at our shelter who is ill and who could definitely use some of the medical supplies that we're going to acquire here, hopefully. But we also have just the needs of the group in general. You can see our healer here is at about half health and has 5 of 20 supplies in her medical bag. We were able to get the rest of the group, in fairly good health, but no one is at 100 or even 75% at this point. So that is our situation as we pick the lock to looks like an empty unit here. Is that we will be able to come into this area, acquire some medical supplies, much needed medical supplies, that are going to help us keep our group alive as we continue on our quest for survival. And make our way into the bookstore. Again, the loot is pretty much what you would expect from a bookstore, so I'm not expecting to find what we're looking for here, just anything that can help us is useful. All of these books will be morale boosters for members, for survivors at our shelter. And this is just, kind of an item that will help keep people entertained. So some of these items might not be exactly what we're looking for. Fuel always useful for the generator, and as we found out in episode 11, it's also very useful because it can be used to make Molotov cocktails. And you can see it mentions in the beginning of the game that the zombies are quite unaware, and that is the case. I mean, we walked right up and rummaged through this car with the zombie right on the other side. I don't know if something's going to be done to make them maybe a little more aware than what they are now. And just found a jar of mayonnaise, so any mayonnaise lovers back at the shelter Be very happy. So far, a couple of things that I was... Uh-oh. Oh, wow, there was an angry looter in here, and I didn't... You know, as simple as they make it, there's an old saying, you know, you're dumb enough, we made it simple enough. Generally, when you walk into these areas, you can actually see the foes, no matter where they are in the building, even if they can't see you. So I really kind of neglected. I really wasn't paying attention and looking at my surroundings when we came in. Yeah. So I mean, in general, you know, you can spot them before they spot you. If I had to use a firearm to take him out at this point, you know, you're looking at 1, 2, probably other zombies in this area who would converge on this location. So the strategy I've been employing for the most part is to avoid the zombies and move into areas, deal with conflicts as they come. Another strategy might be to go and, if you were a firearm heavy group, you know, with sufficient ammo, your strategy may be to take out zombies from a slight distance. You know, maybe to set up in a portion of the map and to start sniping off and picking off zombies, and as they walk to you, you know, one by one, and just clear out the areas that way. Not something I've tried, something I may try. You know, there'll be other playthroughs of this game as they continue to build the game. And we're just going to kind of form a wall here. Hopefully he will take the bait with Joel here, and we'll just step up and step around behind him, get him surrounded, and take him down. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to move Joel a step back, give him a little more room, and see what this guy does. Oh wow! Look at that. He's trying to bait us out. Okay, buddy. The computer does, in a lot of these games, the AI will simply charge at you. The computer here does, at least, you know, he gets himself in position so he doesn't just run up to you without the ability to attack. Now I've got to make the choice. Do I spend the 3 AP running up to him, knocking me down to 5 AP, and thus limiting the amount of attack that I'm going to be able to do, but allowing him to do the maximum amount of attacks in retaliation? Or do I stand back, let him come to me, give him the limited AP points for attack, and then to retaliate at him? The way we're set up here, it would be probably to our advantage to let him come at us. But Anita with 3 and then 4 to a swing. And then it would probably go to Brian, who would be 4 minus 9, which would be 5, which would limit him to probably also 1 swing. I think it is going to actually be in our advantage to even give this guy, you know, a little more space. And let's just see what he does with what we give him. I'm just curious at this point to see what the AI is going to do. And I left one out, and that's the wrong one. Okay, alright. So, but you can see the general idea there, and I understand you're probably watching and saying, well, that was kind of a dumb move, but I'm just trying to kind of illustrate something to you, that the computer in this game, the AI for a zombie probably would have walked right up to us and stopped right in front of us with no AP to attack with, leaving itself vulnerable to all our attacks. The AP in this game for a looter won't make that mistake. You know, so there is a level of tactics for the enemies. They're not, you know, completely brainless, mindless. The zombies are completely brainless, as they should be. But the looters do have a certain amount of sense. And we can see this guy now. We got a 75 to hit, 15% critical chance. If I take this attack, I cannot move away and drag an AP out of him. But because he's almost dead, one more swing will kill him. This is actually a risk that I am willing to take. Whoever's been watching this series, could you go back and calculate the amount of times I've said risk I'm willing to take and the amount of times you've heard that miss animation? Because I think I'm working on about 90% or so. But we're going to go ahead and move Joel in position. I do have a backup plan that comes in the form of good old Officer Joel. And with him, we've got a 90% to hit and a 5% critical chance, but a good solid swipe here should do the job. And it does. It also gets a disorient out of him and knocks him unconscious. And one more for good measure there. And we will definitely take the codeine and the vitamins. Not sure if this axe maybe has a dual purpose. Maybe. We'll hang on to it. Your loot capacity is fairly high in this game, so we're just going to do a little, let's get out of that screen, out of combat here, and we're just going to make sure that she has all the medical supplies she needs. That, in my opinion, gives us enough where she can at least go and heal herself. I'm curious about in this game, as I go back, antibiotics, that's exactly what we were looking for. Perfect. As I go back and rethink some of the decisions that I've made in this playthrough, and I think there's someone right next to me. Wow, I walked right into him. Well, easy come, easy go for those medical supplies, guys. Jeez. This goes along to the point I was just going to make. My decision not to use firearms and to engage people in melee. I'm wondering how much that has played into our high usage of medical supplies in this playthrough. I'm really thinking that, I'm really conserving ammunition for long battles, or for when I really need it. I don't want to be out of it, and also I don't want to attract negative attention to my group. But I am wondering if I had used that ammunition and I had done more shooting at this time, I would probably not be in as bad a situation medical supply wise. And I can either get 2 swings with the bat. I think I'm going to go with my dizzying smack. I have tried to be tactical. This dizzying smack lowers his to hit chance by 50% if you land it, which I did not. And does help keep us alive, but in this situation, probably not going to do a lot for us. And he's going right after Anita, and we are in not a good position. But I did get Joel back so that he's closer to the medic so he can get medical attention. I don't want to use too many medical supplies on him if I don't have to. You know what? I just want to get this guy out of here. I want to get things over with. Okay, and we'll take one more shot. That's unfortunate. I really do think the random seed, that's just a programming term. It's a random number that's generated in order to determine, your to-hit rolls in this game. I think somehow that's been altered because there are no sure shots anymore. I noticed I was hitting a lot more before and that the enemies were able to take a lot less damage at the beginning of the Let's Play. I'm interested to find out if that is just the normal progression of the game, that as you play day by day, the enemies get stronger, become more difficult, or if this has actually been a balancing that they've done throughout the course of this Let's Play. Or not through the course. Obviously, they're not hinging their development schedule around my Let's Play. But during the time that I've been doing this Let's Play, there have been changes to the game, and I'm curious if that's one of them. I haven't seen anything official from the developers in that regard. We're going to go with the ranged fire. We've got a 95% chance to hit. I don't see any reason not to take it at this point. Nice. Okay. So hopefully we haven't drawn too much unwanted attention. Okay, well now we just got shot in the back, and this is why I'm seeing firearms as not really a great combat option. This is the kind of scenario I've been trying to avoid since the beginning, is what's right in front of me right here. Well, we're in a hole, people. Let's grab a shotgun and dig our way out. Okay. So we did manage to... I got hit for 41 damage, and now I'm down to 27, 21. They could do a little bit with the font for the health, but I managed to hit for 61, and we can get her kind of out of the way. We'll just go ahead and switch to the blade. Interestingly enough, I can't walk by him until I give him a kill strike. So, okay, we're going to go with our basic attack. Oh, nice. I got a critical strike for 50 points of damage. I keep mentioning this over and over again. I would like to see, you know, an overlay here, or an underlay, I'm sorry, right here, just with a little, that just dims things a little bit so that I can read that better. I know for a lot of people it doesn't matter that much. I like my combat log, and I like my combat log to be as detailed as possible. You know, if it could show me the actual die rolls or the seed rolls that it's generating my to hit numbers from to determine whether I hit, I would be even just that much happier to be able to see that information on the screen. And everyone kind of makes a sigh of relief. One of the changes that I am looking forward to. Okay. Yeah, the gunfire was bad idea, guys. It's just bad. And now oh no. Also, not healing him when he was so badly injured. Also a bad idea. So note to you guys, whenever you're in a hole, never try to dig your way out with a shotgun, especially when that shotgun method is very similar to the means by which you found yourself in the hole to begin with. So okay. And I am making all kinds of mistakes. I'm sure almost anyone looking at the board right now and the grid and where my people are standing and the order of turns can see what a horrible error I have just made. And we'll take another swing. That's 2 misses. And I can't shoot past these squares because my own players are already in them. And that was the horrible mistake I was talking about. I trapped a combatant back behind everyone. It is nice, though, however, to have a medic with a high perception because with that she will get the first turn in the round. And I have so far, and I forgot to move her out of the way. So far I have found that to be to my benefit. Okay, we got one more swing. Hopefully this is a kill swing. No. And luckily, Renee, who has our, I believe, our highest melee skill, is doing a pretty good job of fighting him off. Now we will finally move her out of the way. There we go. And again, the zombies tend to have pretty much the weakest loot as well. You know, they have items of fairly little worth if they have anything. We do want to, and as you notice, I am now again able to swap items on a fairly regular basis without a crash. That crash has not been completely eliminated, but it is not as prevalent as it was. It was a huge menace for a short period of time. Probably for about a week I was having real trouble with it. Had to reinstall, re-verify the file structure. Through Steam to get things working properly again. So that is actually not a slight to the developers, that is a kudos to the developers, because that was an issue that popped up and that they readily not enough skill to lockpick the door. I think I'll go around. After I get done looting this building, which is the pharmacy, so hopefully I find quite a bit of what I'm looking for here. Very nice. Actually, I'm just going to let Renee go ahead and loot everything, because most of these are items that we're going to end up giving to her anyway. And they are items that... Is he dancing again? They are items that that she's going to be making use of. Okay. All right. Revelation 6:3. I'm going to have to look that up. Uh-oh. Okay, so we do have a Z there. Like I said, I'm going to try to engage them as little as possible. Even though we did raid the pharmacy. Oh, wow. Okay, actually we are going to go this way, now that we think about it. Now that those zombies helped change our minds about that situation. So hopefully we can take out this one. And then... Oh, darn. The zombies have pretty high initiative. Just gonna move her down here. We'll use her next round if we need her. That was the worst place I could have moved her to. Okay. And I can go ahead and actually... 85% hit. That sounds like a good time to use our flurry attack. Okay, and he's almost dead, so we'll move Joel in. And we'll go with the basic bat attack. This should finish things, and yes. Oh, he had some tools and some parts and supplies that we can use on him. I did notice that this dumpster was lootable. And that is about what you would expect to find in a dumpster, a bunch of insects, so. But this is actually the safer way to go, which is what we're looking for. And we're just going to make our way around to the back door to the laundromat. I know this episode is running a little long, but I didn't want to do an episode that just was going to start and then we were going to, you know, kind of loot the laundromat, which is probably, given the tenor of the game so far, probably not going to be the most exciting segment.
Huh?
Oh. Wow, I am walking into these things all day. Uh-oh. The armor helped protect me from a brunt of a lot of that. We're just going to get her in position. Say someone needs emergency medical. We're going to move Anita over to the side here. Go with a quick slash. Okay. I think we only have 3 AP left, which isn't going to allow us to attack. Let's just get ourselves out of the way. Get a fresh man in there. Okay, and 2 quick hits. We'll get him in position in case we need him next round. You know what? We're not going to use the push swing. We'll just take 2 regular swings. Nice. That was a 66 points of damage. It does say whoa, so that might signify a critical. And this is another luxury item. We'll see. I know the 60 out of 60 doors I haven't been able to lockpick. And it looks like I can lockpick a 50 door. So that will get us into the laundromat. Ah, nice toolbox. Get some parts here. Those are always handy. Okay. Go up here and check the laundry machines. Clothing that will promote morale. And hopefully this pizza restaurant will be able to find some food items. Hopefully. Instead, we find a fast looter back in the kitchen area. He's got his back to us. %90 to hit. I am going to go to my flurry attack. And apparently it's a female looter. I don't think we can still swing if we move her in. But I will make her part of the front line there. Wow. Okay, these looters have pretty high AP. Badly wounded, we're going to have to go for the desperation flurry here. Quite right. Quite right, they would all miss. Okay. And we've actually blocked ourselves. We're going to have to go with the flurry. Nicely done. That was very, very lucky that we scored that hit. Okay, let's just get Brian as patched up as we can. Let's just gonna need to go in and finish this off. Okay, combat knife, another pistol, some coffee. All good items. Okay. Couple small food items. And that's going to be all. Okay, guys. The supplies in this game are very limited. You know, I'm noticing that so far. I mean, that was our big haul at the pharmacy. You know, it got us probably as many medical supplies as we used. As we used in acquiring the other items. The special item that we did get were the antibiotics that hopefully we can use to, once we get back to the shelter, hopefully we'll be able to use those to help the other survivor who is still down in the basement. And maybe that'll give us another party member that we can bring with us on these adventures, or that we can leave back at the base to repair equipment, make equipment, and do various tasks that need to be done. So that's going to be the end of this episode, guys. That was episode 12 of the Dead State Let's Play. If you're not a subscriber yet, please click in the bottom right hand corner and subscribe to the Indie Evolution channel. We're going to be bringing you more independently developed game Let's Plays, trying to bring attention to some of these titles. Always interested in your guys' suggestions as to what I should be looking at next. I don't have I don't have knowledge of every indie game out there. I'm particularly interested in turn-based RPGs, but I don't know of every game out there. If you've got a game that you'd like to bring to my attention, please email me at indieevolution@gmail.com, or just leave me a message right here at the bottom of the video, and I'll be more than happy to take a look at them. I will look into acquiring those games and at least getting information about them out. If not, doing a Let's Play, a preview, even a Let's Look, where we just go in and I show you some gameplay footage and go over the specifics of the game. Also, if you're an independent developer out there, happen to be checking this out, send me an email with your company name. I'd love to do what I can to bring some attention to your products. So, alright guys, Indie Evolution End Gamer, episode 12, Dead State 7-day demo. Hope you guys are enjoying these as much as I'm enjoying bringing them to you. And episode 13, click the link on the screen, and it'll take you there. You guys take her easy.